Welcome back, Pokemon Trainers. Professor Chaz here. The lab coat's on back order. We're here in episode number 35, I think, of our Pokemon Crystal version randomized Nuzlocke here on the channel. In the last episode, we made our way into Mahogany Town, found out there's some kind of shady shenanigans happening up at the Lake of Rage, which we're heading to anyway. Team Rocket's name was thrown around, and in fact, we actually met some Rockets in the little toll booth thingy. They swiped some money off of me, even though I knew it was going to happen. I wanted to see what they had to say. Turns out it wasn't anything important. But we're going to see what the shiny Gyarados is actually randomized to once we hit that Lake of Rage in just a little bit. But let's start off with our recapping of the team as always. Here we have, leading the way, the Perpetual Pichu itself, Payung, level 30 with the Light Ball to try to make it happier, though it doesn't seem to be helping. We got Thunder Wave, Charm, Tail Whip, and Flash for the moveset. Next up, we have Ramen, our Wigglytuff at level 30. Polka Dot Bow is the held item Power Up, Strength, and Double Slap. We also have Sing and Defense Curl. Next up, we've got Fire Strike the Golbat, level 31. Scope Lens is the held item to increase the critical hit chances. We got Bite, we got Wing Attack, we got Confuse Ray, and we got a Screech. Next up is Espika, our Quagsire, at level 31. We have the Mystic Water to improve the power of Surf. We also have Headbutt, Amnesia, and Tail Whip. Next, we've got Omsark, our Blossom, level 30. Look at that special defense. Very nice. We got Miracle Seed as the held item to power up Petal Dance and Absorb. We also have Stun Spore and Cut. And last but not least is Spike the Houndoom at level 31 with a powerful 88 special attack stat. Quick Attack is the held item to increase the speed in battle in a pinch. We got Bite, Ember, Feint Attack, and the Smashing of Rocks for the moves. Alright. Payung, listen, we gotta get you to evolve. Now, in fact, if I was able to travel forward in time to the point when Payung would evolve, I might do that. Which leads me into our question of the day. What would your dream car be? Or I wrote it out, what would be your dream car? You know what I'm trying to ask, basically. What car would be the car that you would want to drive forever and ever and ever? Can I sneak past all you guys? Well, first guy, not this one. I love Pokemon. That's why I started. And I keep on collecting Pokemon. I mean, that's why all of us started, isn't it? Although some probably want to get into the competitive side for the rewards from the Pokemon World Championships. That's a thing, too. What's with all the Ho-Oh? We saw one last time. We see one this time. Ho-Oli. Payung jumps in. Alright, let's switch out. Now, for me, I've never really been a car guy. Basically, I see a car. I see a metal box with 4 tires and a steering wheel and a gas tank, and preferably brakes as well. But I never really got burned by that. Awesome. Good job, Espika. Never really had any cars that catch my eye. In fact, I very rarely even know one make or model from another. But if I was to pick one car, well, I guess 2 cars catch my eye. If I was in a position to choose a car of anyone that I want. How could you do this to me? It's called a Pokemon battle. That's what you do. What else do I like besides Pokemon? Mary on the radio. I bet she's cute. Go find out. She's just in Goldenrod City. So, Route 43, we have got our encounter. Now, Lake of Rage. We get 2 encounters here. One is a random encounter. The other is a static encounter of the shiny Gyarados out in the water. So, we got 2 things to add to our collection. I should have checked my PC to see if we have space for 2 more Pokemon, but we're probably good. Anyway, so the 2 cars have caught my eye ever since the year of 1985. I would say, I guess back then I didn't really put much thought into owning and driving a car, but the classic DeLorean, as featured in Back to the Future and the subsequent sequels, I really like that just because it's a unique car and it's so iconic. You know, DeLorean. That's why I chose it as my 3D car model for the class that I'm taking. I had to go with something really cool. But I will say, another car that does catch my eye, and I'm fully admitting I am a slave to stuff that I see in cool movies, I do like the Bumblebee Camaro from Transformers. Other stuff about those Michael Bay movies aside, it's a pretty cool looking car. And when that movie, the first Transformers first came out, there was a yellow Camaro, Chevrolet Camaro, that was in the city driving around. I'm like, we got Bumblebee here in town. That's crazy. So I guess either of those 2 cars, if I wasn't to have a dream car, would be it. Personally, I just get around by bus. I find it's, you know, more economical. You don't gotta pay for a vehicle. You don't gotta pollute with the gas and stuff. I mean, the bus does, but it's running anyway. So, if I had to choose a car, either of those two cars would be my dream choice. Lake of Rage is actually a crater, excuse me, made by a rampaging Gyarados and a rampaging Itchy Nose. I'm still sick, by the way. The crater filled up with rainwater and the lake was formed. That's the story passed on from my grandpa's great-great-grandpa. It used to be that you could catch lively Magikarp there, but I don't understand what's happening. What's happening? What's on the radio? Oak's Pokemon Talk. So, okay, instead of just the Pokegear, we can actually look at the radios here. I never knew that. Or maybe I did, but I forgot. Either way, I don't know what's happening. Did my eyes deceive me? I saw a red Gyarados in the lake. Well, I'm gonna say I think they deceived you. I don't think it's Gyarados. But I thought Gyarados were usually blue. It's gonna be cool to see what that actually turns into. Lake of Rage, also known as Gyarados Lake. The Gyarados are angry. It's a bad omen. Oh, man. Well, let's see. Is there anything else we can pick up here before diving into the water? Now, should we get a water encounter, or should I headbutt a tree? I think S-Peak has done enough tree headbutting. We'll let her rest her brain a little bit. I heard this lake was made by rampaging Gyarados. I wonder if there is any connection to their mass outbreak now. What if we actually find a Gyarados in here? Oh, there's an item. Of course, we're going to make our way all the way around the outside of the lake to get that item, but we're going to do it. First things first. Let's save the Gyarados. Let's wait. Let's get our other items. Now, we might get the random encounter on our way. And... oh, no, wait. We got to come up from a different path. Right. Hang on. Alright, let's do that first. I might get attacked by someone else, though. Or not. Sweet. Alright, cool. Now, we have to make our way back through this way again later, though, to head back into the lake. This is not Lake of Rage yet, I don't think. No, because we saw Clefable on Route 43 already, so this is still Route 43. We're good. Little drop-down label thing didn't tell us it was Lake of Rage again, so we don't need to worry about that being our encounter. However, now we do. Excuse me, are there any trainers in here? Hidden item? Full Restore. That's a really good item to pick up, especially in a Nuzlocke when you don't get to use revives. And when a Pokemon faints, they're gone for keepers. Now, I am glad we have a Pokemon that can cut. Thank you, Omxark, for your contribution to the team, letting our dearly departed Bellsprout finally get its well-deserved rest in the PC. After that, Magmar didn't want to be paralyzed. That is what happened, right? I believe. Yeah, I think I Thunder Waved or something. Whatever it was. It just didn't want to be paralyzed. I think it was paralysis. Alright, anyway, what's this long-awaited item up here? TM28. Of course, TMs have been randomized. What is TM28 going to turn out to be? That is still the same thing. Okay, because it's field item. Right, a field TM. Alright, who could learn that? Only S-Pika. That might actually come in handy, giving her a nice stab, ground-type attack. A little concerning that it does take 2 turns, so, I mean, I'm going to hang on it for now. And I don't remember the power of Dig in this generation. Dig has fluctuated in power quite a bit over the generations. I think initially it was 100, then it went down to 60, and then it went up to 80, and I don't know what it is nowadays. You have strayed far. Here I have meditated. Inside me a new power has been awakened. Let me share my power with your Pokemon. Take this child. I don't want a child. Oh, there was a comma. Now, that's normally hidden power, but that is not a field TM, so this could be anything. Do you see it? It is Sleep Talk. Huh. I am meditating. In other words, get out. Well, thank you, sir, for Sleep Talk. Don't know if I'm going to make much use of it, but TM is TM. Do I have anyone that wants to learn Rest? Because, well, Rest would be randomized too. Normally it's a TM for Rest, but it would be something completely different off the wall. Oh, well. Sleep Talk might come in handy if we happen to find a Snorlax, you know. Maybe we're going to shiny Snorlax for our Gyarados encounter. That's not likely, but you never know. Gold Berry. Is that like a citrus berry? Hang on. Let me see what the Gold Berry does. Where are you at? Gold Berry. Yep. Restores 30 HP. So, now back in the day, I think Gen 4 is when this changed, but Gen 3 and earlier, well, I guess Gen 3 only, because that was the only generation that we had a Citrus Berry that used to give only 30 HP restored, which was, not bad for the first little bit in-game. But as time went on and your Pokemon got much stronger and much higher HP, Citrus Berries really didn't help. Like, you get a Blissey, you ain't feeding it no Citrus Berries. Metal Powder, that, I believe, increases defense of Ditto. Now, we don't have a Ditto, but I was right. Boost the defense of a Ditto. There's also Quick Powder, I think, which increases the speed of Ditto. I think they're trying to make, find ways to make Ditto more viable, because having to spend your first turn transforming did kind of take away from Ditto's capabilities. But not only do they give it defense boost and speed boost items, in Gen 3 when abilities come in, I think as early as Gen 3 it had the hidden ability of Imposter, where the moment it hits the field, it transforms. Which is funny, in a double battle, I think it randomly transforms into either of the opposing Pokemon. What if it could randomly transform into your own Pokemon too, though? That would be kind of neat. Alright, let's cut back across the water. We've wasted enough time. We gotta find out what this Gyarados is and get our other standard encounter on the water. Liz! Good evening, Chaz. This is Liz. Are you awake? Listen. Whoops. I forgot what I was going to say. Who loses their train of thought that quickly? What was I saying? Anyways, let's dive into the water. Do we get attacked? Well, we're going to get the random encounter first. We'll save the Gyarados. In fact, we're just going to tease it. We're going to swim circles around this nice red Gyarados on our nice red Lapras/Espika, but our randomized Lake of Rage encounter is a Sentret. I don't believe Sentret is in our list of Pokemon just yet. Hang on. Like a quick little look down, look-see. I don't see Sentret, and I don't see Furret, so no Pokemon of this type just yet. So that is our encounter. We already have a normal type on the team, and even if we didn't, we got a full team of 6 as it is. So we're gonna first of all Thunder Wave this. Paralysize on it. In fact, Payung, would you be able to handle this yourself? I know you can't hurt it, but is there anything we can do? No, we can Charm. Okay, never mind. Let's just throw Caution to the wind. By Caution, I mean a Pokeball, and by Wind, I mean a Sentret. So we're gonna throw a ball and catch it at full HP. Check this out. Click. So how do we weaken you then? What is our weakest move? I don't think it's going to survive an Absorb. Well, it did Defense Curl, though. I could try Cut. I could Cut to the chase, and by chase, I mean Sentret. So let's do that. Can we weaken it nicely without a knockout? No. Am I really upset about that? Not really. Although, one of the things about a Nuzlocke is, since we didn't get to catch that Sentret, if I had caught it, later on if we find a Sentret on another route, I could then pull the Dupe's Clause and say, I've already got a Sentret, so I can ignore this later Sentret and re-randomize and get something else. So, if we find a Sentret later on, that would still be my first encounter. Alright, the moment we've all been waiting for, I was going to say you've all been waiting for, but I've been waiting too. What shiny do we see? We see Gyasha. Wait, what was that sound? Lapras? No, Shelter. And it is a shiny Shelter. Look at this. That is cool. I like it. I just recently caught a shiny Shelter in Pokemon Go, actually. Let us switch into our Omixark, who is weak to Aurora Beam, mind you. But this thing, fortunately, is not going to try no Aurora Beams on us. It's going to go Water Gun, Supersonic, maybe. Supersonic. Okay, but I think it can handle an Absorb. We're first going to Stun Spore. In fact, I could Cut. This thing has pretty good defense. We're going to hit ourselves, however. Cut would be a very good move, but... excuse me. I'm still going to try to Absorb it first just to get a little bit extra damage off. And heal back some HPs, because that ain't going to be bad. So, shiny Shelter. That's very, very cool. Let's go Absorb. Now, do you think we're going to find a non-static shiny? Because, like, shiny chances are still out there. That's actually really low, Omixark. This is not stab. Our special defense is great. We can handle that. I was not concerned in the least by that. We're going to go with a super potion and heal up. Were you folks afraid of that? I mean, admittedly, a critical probably would have cost us our grass type. Overall, though, I had a feeling we'd be fine. Alright, let's go absorb. No more confusion. Do not knock this out. I know you want retaliation for that Aurora Beam, but look at that. Amazing. Good job, Omixark. You are the man when it comes to catching these water Pokemon. Other Pokemon, maybe not so much, but water definitely is good. Alright, let's fire off one of our Pokeballs and get a nice shiny Shelter. If this fills up the PC, the box we're using, hang on. I like how the color of the ball stays the color of the shiny version of the Pokemon, because if you didn't notice, every time you catch a Pokemon, your Pokeball symbol changes to the basic colors of that Pokemon. But they kept the shiny colors. Shelter, the bivalve Pokemon. Clamping onto an opponent reveals its vulnerable parts, so it only uses this move as a last resort, or when it's trying to evolve into a Slowbro. Nickname, no. Go to the PC for now. Shelter. We got the red scale. I guess Shelter was a red-ish. Maybe there's a scale from its tongue. Ugh. I don't know if tongues had scales. Now, I was going to say, if our PC box filled up then, Bill would have told us. What if it actually had, and catching the Centric before would have actually prevented us from getting that shiny Shelter? That would have been a kick in the old tongue scales, wouldn't it? This lake is full of Gyarados, but nothing else. You weren't looking very closely, sir. So the Magikarp are being forced to evolve. Did you come here because of the rumors? You're Chaz. I'm Lance, a trainer like you. I know you! I beat you up many times! I heard some rumors, so I came to investigate. I saw the way you battled earlier, Chaz. I can tell that you're a trainer with considerable skill. Well, I mean, 7-time league champion. If you don't mind, could you help me investigate? I'm kind of busy, sure. Excellent. Excellent. It seems that the lake's Magikarp are being forced to evolve. A mysterious radio broadcast coming from Mahogany is the cause. I'll be waiting for you, Chaz. And he's Superman, so he can just fly out of here. Okay. Now, do we need any training on these trainers? Not really. Oh, please, excuse me. That was weird. Excuse me, I'm still dying. I'm still sick. If you couldn't tell, now you know. Alright, but let's head back to Mahogany, heal up, and we still got time. We can see what's going on here in town, what's moving and shaking, what is radio breaking. What? It rhymed? That makes sense. I guess I should put away some stuff in the PC, because yeah, we're probably going to find a bunch of items in this next little bit. If you don't know where we're going underground, like Sonic the Hedgehog back in, what was that? The late 90s, I want to say? Did anyone watch Sonic Underground, the TV series? I saw parts of it. Can't say I was a fan. But, I mean, if you liked it, it's good for you. Yay. I actually don't remember much about it, but I just remember... all I remember about it was not really being a super big fan. Now, I liked the regular Sonic cartoons. I shouldn't say regular, it makes it sound like Sonic Underground is abnormal garbage. But I liked the, what they call Sat AM, which I think stands for Saturday Morning Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't even know. But I also enjoy... wait. That man just died. Hyper Beam from a Dragonite, and the Dragonite disappeared. Was this backwards day? What took you, Chaz? I had to heal and work with the PC. Just as I thought. That strange radio signal is coming from here. Interesting. I'm glad I didn't buy your Slowpoke tails, Mr. Glasses Man. The stairs are right here. Lance, you silly fool. That's a floor tile. Chaz, we should split up to check this place. I'll go first. I actually want to see if this guy's okay. Ugh. That guy's Dragon Pokemon are tough. I mean, I gotta give you credit. You're tough too. You survived a Hyper Beam. Arrgh, you found the secret stairway. That wasn't your voice before. I don't even care. Alright, so... this is the thing. These Persian statues bring in Team Rocket members, and every time we pass by one of them, we get 2 Team Rocket members. Hey, intruder alert! But that's experience. Let's take these guys on. Now, there is somebody in this area. When we defeat them, he actually deactivates the statues. So I might just want to keep fighting. Little Charmander! If only we could hit you with anything with Payoon. Robin, we need you in here, buddy. Now, give us something. What do we want? We want to get Blissey. We want to find. We should go fight Wild Blissey in the Mount Mortar. Remember? They're there. And how weird that there are Pichu and Raichu in Mount Mortar. It's wacky stuff. Critical strength. Boom. Good job, Ramen. Earning that level up, which you're not quite at yet, but you'll get there. Especially off of, well, Paris. Can we find any of the elemental punch TMs? I'm pretty sure Wigglytuff can learn them all. That'd be kind of cool having a nice fire, ice, thunder punching Wigglytuff. We'll show you how tough you are, right? Okay, Ramen levels up to 31. Not bad at all. Dang, I failed. Now let's get that second rocket grunt in here. It's my turn, there's no escape. Alright, so, but the way this works, I'm pretty sure every grunt has the exact same team. So, not this guy, but I mean, he's got 3 Pokemon. He starts off with Politoed. Okay, it's not terrible. Stop sticking your tongue out at me, that's rude. But the next statue we get to, the first guy should battle us with a Charmander, and then... What did we just knock out again? Who loses their train of thought that quick? But anyway, long story short, we're fighting multiple versions of these trainers back to back. We're going to pedal dance, we're going to lock in. There's no Entei coming in next. We've already used that bad luck in this playthrough. That was, I don't know how many episodes back. It's ancient past. Why do you keep bringing up the past? Live for the future. Live for the now. Even better. Focus on what's happening. Ignore. Completely forget your past. Clean slate. That's a Growlithe. Can we still one-shot, though? I know it's resisted, but we're almost double your level. Well, pretty close. I mean, what are you going to do to me? Ember? Yeah, we survived a Roar Beam from, well, evidently, a non-stab shelter. You don't even burn us. Now, we are confused, however. Can I get some Person Berries in here, please? I think Bitterberry is the Person Berry equivalent here in Gen 2, however. We got burned. But we got absorbed. Look at that. Boom. Now, when you knock a Pokemon out, you actually don't take the burn damage, which is nice. Alright, now, should I go back and heal between these battles? You know, this is a smart thing to do. Maybe I should just stay and keep fighting with the items I have. I don't know. That could backfire very fast. I'm changing my mind immediately. We're not doing that. Actually, let's go to Spike. We can Ember this thing. I want to find an Earthquake TM. Although, I think Pika will eventually learn Earthquake on her own as a natural level-up move. Ember away. Keeps the doctor at bay. So they say. Okay, Magneton is done. What's with all this rhyming? What's wrong with me? Beats me. Rocket Grunt was defeated. Surveillance cams are in the Pokemon statues. We'll keep appearing until you trip a secret switch. Now, I wonder... Okay, so once you activate one statue, it does not re-trigger them again. Since we only have 1 minute and 20 left, right now I'm based on my timer, I'm not going to walk through any more switches just yet, or any more statues. Are there any items I can pick up? Now, this guy here, if I beat him, he will deactivate the statues. Can I slip past him and get an... No, I can't. I want to get that item. Well, we're going to call it a day for now. We're going to head back to the Pokemon Center. Now, there's actually an encounter we can get. Actually, I'm going to say actually 72 more times. I wonder, should I get that encounter? No, because there's a statue blocking us. Next episode, we're going to come back here into the Rocket Hideout in Mahogany Town and get ourselves an encounter, possibly get ourselves some advancement plot-wise. So let's go heal up, and I should probably check out that shiny shelter and see... No, there's not enough time. You know, it's a basic shelter. We saw Supersonic Aurora Beam Withdraw. Basic stuff. But that is going to wrap things up for today's episode of Pokemon Crystal Version Randomized Nuzlocke. I want to say, as always, folks, thank you for watching. Thank you for enjoying. Well, I'm assuming you're enjoying. Thank you for hopefully enjoying the adventure and your feedback, your contributions for the questions of the day and stuff like that. Remember, as I add more Pokemon to the team, we may nickname them after you if you keep on answering those questions of the day, because I check the comments of the most recent video. I hear you, timer. I know what's happening. I check the most recent video comments and see who has left a comment in response. So I'll choose a name from the comments that way. But that's basically it. If you enjoyed today's episode, though, feel free to let me know with the like button down below. And if you want to get caught up on the adventures all the way thus far, the description and outro have links to the playlist for you to check out. And feel free to share that with a friend that might want to see some crazy zaniness here in the randomized version of the Johto region. If you want to see any more content from myself, feel free to subscribe if you're not currently subscribed, or feel free to join as a member to support myself and the channel and get some members exclusive perks for yourself as well. Which, if I am planning this out properly, you should be seeing this Friday, I think. If so, we have a members exclusive live stream coming up for a scavenger hunt for some reward Pokemon to be given to the members of the channel. So feel free to join now, or join during the stream, or whatever. Just hang out and just check out what's going on. With all that being said, Professor Chaz is now signing off. Thank you again for watching, and I'll catch you next time.